Well, ever since we got Marvel's Halloween special, Werewolf by Night, fans have been asking where all these great monsters fit into the Marvel timeline. We were given absolutely no clues from the show. Now it appears the star of the special, Gael García Bernal, has spoken to it directly, and it may answer one question, but it creates tons more. Let's break down what he said and how I think it impacts the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, one of the best things about Werewolf by Night was it was purposely developed to avoid pretty much mentioning anything else in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This created a really great self-contained story that most fans seem to have absolutely loved. One of the things with the Halloween special is at no point were we giving any clues where this lies in the overall Marvel Cinematic Universe timeline, although Disney Plus has put it in the MCU timeline order right after Thor: Love and Thunder. But that does represent its release time, so that could be why. Now, the special itself may have taken place basically now in the Marvel timeline, but Bernal himself recently said his character may have a lot of story in the MCU going back centuries. He actually recently did an interview with Marvel.com to help promote the upcoming special, and what he said expands the Marvel timeline in a way that, well, is quite interesting and I think lays the framework for most of these supernatural and monster characters. This is what he had to say. Among many aspects of a character like this, definitely the half-canine kind of aspect of the character, where all of these things help me build the character and give body and color to the character. One of them, for example, was werewolves who lived many, many years. So who knows? Jack Russel maybe had been alive for the last 200, 300, or 400 years. So how would a character like this, or someone who has lived so many years, react to the mundane or to the day-to-day? How would the conversation be engaged? So things like that. And that's a big possibility with a character like this, to go into different tangents and try out different things. So that's how we started to build it and put it together. Now, this is huge to me, given some of the other details about the Marvel Monster Universe we're hearing being formed. We've actually heard that Blade was a period piece, set more than 100 years ago, meaning he could have interacted with Jack Russell in that time frame if he was also effectively immortal due to his monstrous curse. This will leave the Marvel Cinematic Universe with the ability to kind of lay the seeds for many of these monster characters, and they have a really good reason for not being seen. We found out in the Halloween special that Ulysses Bloodstone and a whole series of monster hunters had hunted down and killed many of these characters inside the Marvel Universe. I really do ultimately think we're going to find out these monster characters have been here the whole time, hiding from the hunters and just trying to survive like everybody else. Their monstrous nature is often a curse and not something they ask for. And this really would create an interesting aspect of these characters we haven't seen in other Marvel characters, at least everybody but the Hulk. Now, we love covering monsters inside the MCU, and obviously I really like a lot of this stuff, so if you want to get all of your supernatural updates, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so we can bring you the news right away. But until we know more, what do you guys think? How do you feel about the possibilities that Werewolf by Night has been living for several hundred years? And do you think this aspect, that's now appeared twice in stories about Marvel horror characters, is going to be the key way Marvel integrates these guys into the greater MCU? Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.